There's a moment that comes after awareness begins to settle in. It's not dramatic. It doesn't come with clarity. And it definitely doesn't feel like progress. It feels like friction. Like the old ways of moving through life don't work the way they used to. Things that once motivated you feel hollow. Things that once distracted you don't distract you as long. Reactions you used to have automatically feel forced when you try to repeat them. And that can be uncomfortable. Because awareness doesn't just show you what's happening inside you, it shows you what no longer fits. I remember noticing this before I had any language for it. I wasn't unhappy, but I wasn't satisfied either. I could still play the roles, still meet expectations, still go through the motions, but something in me wasn't convinced anymore. Not in a rebellious way, more in a quiet, honest way, like a part of me had stepped back and said, "This doesn't feel wrong, but it doesn't feel true either." And that's a strange place to stand, because we're taught that discomfort means something is broken, that friction means we need to fix, escape, or override it. But sometimes friction is just information. Sometimes it's awareness pointing out that the identity you've been operating from was never meant to be permanent. Before awareness, we build ourselves out of habits, out of expectations, out of survival strategies, out of who we needed to be to get through certain seasons. And those strategies work until they don't. And when they stop working, it can feel like you're losing momentum, like you're regressing, like you should be able to snap out of it. But what's actually happening is simpler than that. You're outgrowing something that once kept you safe. And outgrowing isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It just makes the old patterns feel heavier, less natural, more effortful. You might notice this in small ways. Conversations that feel draining instead of engaging. Goals that feel empty instead of exciting. Busyness that no longer numbs the way it used to. And if you try to force yourself back into the old way of operating, you can. But it costs more energy than it used to. That's not failure. That's awareness refusing to go backwards. This stage can be confusing because you haven't discovered what comes next yet. You just know what no longer works. And that uncertainty can feel unsettling, especially in a world that values certainty, direction, and constant forward motion. But this is a necessary pause, a recalibration, a moment where life asks you to stop building from habit and start paying attention to what actually feels aligned. Not exciting, not impressive, aligned. And alignment often feels quieter than ambition. It feels like honesty instead of adrenaline. If you're here right now, you don't need to rush yourself into clarity. You don't need to label the experience. You don't need to turn it into a plan. You just need to listen. Because awareness doesn't remove struggle, it changes your relationship to it. Instead of fighting the discomfort, you start to sit with it. Instead of forcing answers, you allow space. And in that space, something begins to form. Not a new identity, not a finished version of you, just a deeper sense of truth about what matters now. And that's enough for this stage. If the old way stopped working for you, it doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're no longer asleep to it. You're not failing. You're not falling behind. You're standing at the edge of something unfinished. And that's exactly where you're supposed to be.